Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ready, Set, Replay, the ultimate video game replay podcast. I'm Daniel, joined as always by my best friend Skyler.
What's going on, everyone?
And this week we're going to be talking about Deus Ex.
Da-na-na-na.
Some would argue the starting point of the immersive sim genre, and I don't have the education to say whether or not that's true, but certainly a historic one.
There's only one other Ion Storm game I can compare this to at the moment.
It's gonna come off favorably on that one, I'm pretty sure. But before we talk about that, Skyler, you know what time it is. We gotta rewind.
On my seatbelt. All right, here we go.
Skyler, it is Friday, June 23rd of the year 2000. And the music has not changed. The Billboard is pretty much the same as the last time we talked. Number one, Still Try Again by Aaliyah. But in the world of TV and movies, there's one brand new movie that came out today and is already at the top of the box office.
What is it? Let's go see it.
It's Me, Myself, and Irene. You want to go see that?
I like that movie.
I've never seen it, but it doesn't sound like something I would enjoy. So
it's a Jim Carrey comedy. Is it a Zucker Brothers movie? Irene? No, it's a Farrelly movie. The Farrelly brothers, the different comedy brothers. They did like Dumb and Dumber, and there's something about Mary. So yeah, it's those typical kind of like pseudo gross out comedy movies.
You're not selling it for me.
Listen, you know what? I'm not going to try to sell this movie to you. This movie has some comedy that doesn't age super well. I think that there's certain things that people would watch and be like, really? You find that funny?
Does someone do a racist Chinese accent, or is that just the video game?
Racist Chinese accent? Not that I can remember. No. There is a joke in Me, Myself, and Irene where Jim Carrey... his wife cheats on him at the very beginning of the movie, and his three sons are just three massive black guys.
Pretty good.
Throughout the movie, like they're like college kids, but they're like this. They're full of grown men. One of them's Anthony Anderson, if you know who that is. All right, Me, Myself, and Irene. I like it, but I get it if you don't like it.
Until I looked it up for this, I thought it was going to be a romantic comedy based on the name.
There's romance to it.
Okay.
Kind of.
I should also say, and this is a thing that really annoys me, I'm no longer getting the information about music from the Billboard website.
Oh?
Because now, in order to view the charts on the Billboard website, you have to pay a $15 a month subscription.
What?
Yep.
Did this just start?
Apparently. This is the first time I've run into it.
Those bastards.
Yeah, and here's the fucked part, is they do that, and then also if you have ad block on, it still pops up the thing that's like...
Turn your ad block off?
You gotta turn your ad block on. It's the ads that keep our website free. It's not free!
Get the fuck out of here with that. So what are we using now? Is this a Wikipedia page or something?
Basically, it's a website that's like Know Your Date or something.
Okay, well... We don't need you, Billboard.
Yeah, get on my face, Billboard.
Just trying to learn our history.
Yeah.
We time traveled for this.
Yeah. Go back to a time when you didn't suck ass, Billboard.
Yeah.
Anyway, also in the world of TV and movies, the absolute final episode of Kids Say the Darndest Thing had aired.
Oh, things.
Hosted, of course, by everyone's favorite dad, Bill Cosby, who we don't know if he did anything wrong. Yet. We don't know.
Yet. Yeah.
No, in the year 2000, we still think he's pretty cool.
In the year 2000, we thought he was wholesome.
Isn't it funny? His sweaters and his banana pudding or whatever. Wow. He would never...
Pudding pops in the Cosby Show, and the kids say, the kids say the darn... And then now, no.
Surely Cosby would never know what a roof he was. Now we don't. Get Cosby out of here. I'm glad he's off TV. And then two other things happened in the world of history. Over in Scotland, on the 21st, my homeland, they They repealed Section 28, which outlawed the promotion of homosexuality, meaning that now people could be gay and be proud about it.
Hey, that's a win.
And you could talk
Cool.
about it being a good thing on like TV and shit.
I'm talking about it being a good thing right now.
Hell yeah, brother. And then here's a bad thing. Maybe I should have done this in the other order and ended in a positive light. This one's, I mean, it's bad, but it's not like, the darkest thing in the world. The bulk ore carrier, MV Treasure, sank off the western coast of South Africa, which covered more than 19,000 penguins in oil and resulted in the world's largest ever rescue of birds from oil.
Oh, well, at least we rescued them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, that's how we end in a positive light. We saved every single one of those penguins.
Every single one. Yeah, don't fact check that, but yep, every single one. Dawn dish soap, probably.
We just dumped the dish soap. Hell, those planes that drop water and chemicals and dirt to put out fires, big wildfires. We just flew those right over the ocean with Dawn dish soap.
Yeah,
we got them.
We put a big fan at the bottom of the ocean underneath where it was, so it made a whirlpool, and we dumped the dish soap in, and it just washed all of them.
Would it be funnier visual to say that the big airplane, instead of just dropping dish soap, we dropped people with the dish soap and sponges? We just dropped like 1,000 people per plane.
That may
just into the ocean.
That may not be far off of what happened. I'll be honest with you. It seemed like there was a lot of people working.
I wasn't there, and I can't prove that's not what happened.
Well, Skyler, now that we're properly back in the year 2000, this game's going to take us all the way to the year 2052.
What is it? We got to time travel again?
We don't, but the game did. We're here. We're in 2000, where it's safe and Billboard doesn't have a subscription.
Oh. Fuck you, Billboard.
But yeah, here's what it says on the back of the box. The year is 2052, and the world is a dangerous and chaotic place. Terrorists operate openly, killing thousands. Drugs, disease, and pollution kill even more. The world's economies are close to collapse, and the gap between the insanely wealthy and the desperately poor grows even wider. Unrelatable. Definitely not similar to current events. So for anyone who doesn't know, and this is your first brush with Deus Ex, first of all, yes, it is just a play on Deus Ex Machina because you play as basically a machine boy. But Deus Ex is a action role-playing game / immersive sim. That wasn't a term at the time the game came out. It's sort of become a new subgenre, like Hitman or whatever. Yeah. It was developed by Warren Specters over at Iron Storm, who fans of this channel will recognize as the same developers who made Daikatana, although a different team, but the same publisher.
The same year, too. Really think about that.
Yeah. Or sorry, not the same publisher, the same studio. The publisher was Eidos Interactive, who would later become purchased by Square, but I don't believe is yet. And this game is a spy thriller in a near-ish future world where basically the gimmick is that every conspiracy theory is true. And you play as this counter-terrorist guy called JC Denton, who has been cybernetically enhanced to be both a super soldier and dressed like a total asshole.
Dude, we are living the Matrix. He is Morpheus, Neo rolled into one. It's pretty fantastic, actually. Why? Yeah. Why do I find JC Denton so iconic? Having never played this game before, this was my first.
Right, and it also being the only Deus Ex game I think that he's even in.
Well, the ending of this would, So
I don't know that you actually find JC Denton iconic. I think you look at him and you're like, that's Neo, and then Neo's iconic. I think your brain is connecting other things.
I mean iconic, not in the sense of like JC Denton is one of the greatest video game characters of all time. I look at him and I'm like, Slay Queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay. That's because we both grew up early 2000s. That's why we're here. Back in time. And if you went back to the early 2000s, the fastest way to know that somebody was either a super villain or super rich was that they were wearing a floor-length leather coat for no fucking reason.
Remember the for lack of a better term, the bad guy from the movie Grandma's Boy?
No, but I remember how he was dressed.
He wore this exact fit. Oh,
as did Lex Luthor in Smallville.
oh my God.
That's right. Well, maybe not the sunglasses, but yeah.
No, that'd be too much if you had
Too much, too
sunglasses.
much. Could you imagine if you were wearing sunglasses at night?
He wouldn't be
So
Lex
I
Luthor
can,
at that
so I
point.
can.
Okay.
But hey, how'd you feel about Deus Ex, generally speaking?
So throughout this review, I feel it's only natural and fair to not only say how I felt about the game, but how I feel about it in comparison to Ion Storm's other baby of the year, Daikatana, which I'll remind the class, I gave a 2 out of 10.
2 out of
I
10.
fucking hate Daikatana.
So if you say
It's
anything other than this is better than Daikatana, we're in for bad times.
all right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
This game is better than Daikatana.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
By quite a bit, actually. I would say this is a good game, actually.
Yeah.
But with the asterisks that I just need to put out there, when playing video games, the stealth sneak is not my preferred way to go.
No, and I didn't even do it in this one.
I there were points where I felt it was almost like necessary, where it's just like, okay, I'm gonna get my shit kicked in this room if I'm not at least careful. It was less of a run and gun that but it's not, that's not what the game is, so it's fair.
Yeah.
But it's a good game. Again, comparing to Daikatana, which just felt like I made a ancient Greece level in I'll say Unity because that's what I took video game design class
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's
with.
probably about the same power at this point.
Yeah, it's like I made an ancient Greece thing in Unity, and you just feel like, yeah, I'm playing somebody's mock-up of a game where they're in Greece or they're in a castle or whatever. This world actually feels like it has appropriate atmosphere. It still feels like it came out in the year 2000 and it has got that jank and
Oh yeah.
stank on it.
Could not be
But
more 2000s.
but I do feel the world in it. So I like that. Also, the music is bopping.
It's really good.
I don't think you're
Yeah.
legally allowed to press start on the game without doing a little shimmy sham dance
Yeah.
to the opening menu music.
Well, and I'm going to throw you in a trivia thing already.
Oh,
You know who didn't like this music?
no.
Warren Spector,
Oh,
the guy who made
Really?
the game.
Really?
He was literally calling the guy to take the music off, and then he was like, but it is really memorable. Fine, keep it. But he like actually doesn't like the music.
fine. Have your fun.
Fine, have the music I can't forget.
I mean, I like it.
It's good. Yeah, I think maybe not all of it, but certainly like the theme and I think the Hong Kong
Yeah.
theme. Like a lot of it's really good.
It's definitely gonna have more tracks that like are memorable and stand out to you. And then the slower beats and whatever.
Yeah.
My biggest problem when it comes to having to discuss things like soundtracks and OSTs or sound design is with games like this. I'm an ADHD boy. I gotta multitask. I gotta have on like a podcast or a show or streaming on my second screen. I gotta. But if the music cuts through that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we're jamming, and you're like
Yeah.
paying attention to the music more than your multitask distraction, then it's quite a success, I would say.
In this case, I would say that was easier because on this one I was playing. Well, I don't know if it's even just because I was playing it on PC, but
Yeah.
I think that one of my issues with this game is I think the sound mixing is quite bad. It is so
Sure.
loud sometimes, like
Oh,
out of nowhere. It'll be so
I
loud.
promise you, I immediately went in and fucked with my settings, my
Yeah,
sound settings.
for sure.
I lowered everything, and I was like, it's not low enough. And then I went to like my actual like computer sound settings and like cranked shit down and up, and yeah,
Yeah. I think for me, this is a sort of a tale of two games where
Huh.
I really, really like this game. I think its
Mhm.
writing is really good. I like the world. I think it's really interesting. they do some really incredibly interesting things with like specifically the interactivity and dialogue, where like people will comment on things like the way you played the game or just different little side things you did. I had at one point my boss got onto me for walking into the girls' bathroom, like
Yeah, which I did that by accident, and they still yelled at me.
people will talk to you differently depending on like how many people in certain missions you killed versus knocked out, although
Yeah,
mechanically it doesn't make a difference, but they will talk to you differently.
yeah,
And all of that stuff is so cool, especially for a game in the
yeah.
2000 early 2000s. That's like crazy, the
Mhm.
interactivity, the depth of like what would you call it, like iterations of dialogue that you can get in certain places. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
I do unfortunately also think that I don't like playing the game. I
Oh,
think the mechanical
yeah.
aspects of this game not fun. I think the shooting doesn't feel good. The few times you have to platform doesn't feel good. I don't even think like movement really feels good. The actual like mechanical nitty gritty gameplay of the game,
Hmm.
mediocre. Not like terrible, but mediocre.
Uh,
I think it is raised up by the
for sure.
depth of its writing and the interactivity. I think that really for me saves it.
Well, I got lost a lot.
True. Me
A lot
too.
of dark hallways in this game.
Way too dark.
Um,
And do you know why that is?
because they want you to use your flashlights.
Maybe. Maybe. For the first half of the game, I was joking that it's because he won't take the damn sunglasses off.
Oh yeah, hey, yeah, that works. That fits.
But actually, in reality, what it is that the Steam version of this game is just broken and is just the brightness setting doesn't work. It doesn't change anything.
Oh my
So no matter how
goodness.
much you crank it up, it's still dark as hell.
Okay,
So if
that
you
would
also played it on Steam, we played
I
a broken
did.
version of this game because
I
it feels
see.
like everything on Steam is broken in some way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why
Um.
I was like throwing out flares, and then it would just all I could see was the smoke. Like the light coming off them didn't do anything. I was like,
Well, darned.
cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think a lot of the actual like shooting feels really bad. Nothing pissed me off as much though as on the rare occasion that I would run into a guy with a flamethrower, and then you just can't do shit about it.
Oh my God. When you get lit on fire, or when you get poisoned by like those little fucking
Right,
dinosaur
the little
things,
dinosaurs, or
and like
yeah,
your screen gets even darker
can't see shit.
because you.
Yeah, well, because when you get lit on fire, you are just on fire forever, unless you can
Yeah.
find a fire extinguisher or a body of water to jump into. And a lot of the
Yeah. Yeah.
times, not around.
Also,
Like,
like
there's one part.
going back to the platforming thing. Let's say you jump in that body of water. Sometimes I had struggles getting out.
Sometimes you can't get out of the water. Sometimes the water's poison.
Yeah, that'll yeah.
So it's just a lose lose. Literally, it got to a point where by about Paris, which is I think like the 2/3 mark, if I got lit on fire, I was just hitting load. I was just hitting load game. I'm not even doing it.
Mm, for sure. And especially like later towards closer to the end of the game, there's I'll call it a surprise boss fight where a dude just rounds the corner and you're like, "Oh, it's you." And then he's just like, "I'm going to fight you." And then he lights you on fire immediately.
Oh, the is that the Gunther one? Or
It's
the
Gunther, yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I uh I lost that fight, and then at that point I just like let out a big sigh and then pulled out my rocket launcher and said, "No, I'm not fucking with that."
Just hit
And I
him with
just
the yeah, hit him with the
just
gap
blew
or
him up.
whatever.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I think he killed me at least twice. Like I also struggled
Mm.
with him a little bit. I didn't struggle weirdly didn't struggle with him as much as I struggled with Anna Navarra. Where here's my question.
Oh,
Where did you fight her?
the subway.
Not for me. Not so.
Where did you fight her? I know there's multiple enemies that you can fight at like various different times if you do or do not confront them certain places. I think my Jaden was a little bloodthirsty. You mentioned earlier that they're like they treat you different depending on how many people you stun versus how many people you kill. I didn't stun anybody.
I did the first like two missions and then I was like this is just not worth the
No.
what do you call it? Non-lethal takedowns
Yeah.
are just so much worse than just shooting them and there's really no penalty to doing it. So it's
Yeah.
just like I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to figure out how the stupid stun prod thing works and why it takes 4 years to reload it. Or for that matter, why it even has ammo.
Right. At a certain point, I think I was kind of thinking like, okay, I'll stun these guys because they're cops and like they're not like espionage people. They're
Oh,
more
yeah.
or less civilians. But my willingness to roleplay kind of went out the window when I was like, I don't know, 6 hours into the game. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna shoot
Yeah.
everyone in the head.
But by the time I got past the turncoat bit, so you start out as a UNATCO, which is like United Nations Anti-Terrorist something. Uh,
Mhm.
and then it turns out that they're actually the bad guys and that the terrorists are the good guys, which is, I think, a pretty cool twist.
Mhm.
Although it pretty heavily, flag posted. Like you see that one coming from a mile.
Yeah,
But I think it's still cool. By the time that I was with, was it NFS, NSF, something like that?
yeah, something like that. The terrorists.
Yeah. By the time I was working with my brother, the terrorist,
Hmm.
I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna kill everybody else.
Yeah.
Because you're either UNATCO or you're MJ12, or occasionally you're a civilian like police officer. But for the most part,
There's one part specifically, again, more like in the second half of the game, where you have to get aboard like this ship that is like being run by people that think they're like hauling one thing, but they're actually hauling something evil, right?
yeah, they're carrying a plague.
And yeah, and they would be some people that you would think like, well, they don't know that they have the plague, so don't kill them, knock them out. But you get in JC Denton's way. Ain't nothing he can do about it. You're shooting at me, buddy.
It's not my problem. You shoot at Jesus Christ Denton, it's done for
Oh,
you.
that's right. You're done.
Uh, yeah. So I really did not mess with like stealth at all, unless I needed to not die. Like,
Especially once you get the sword.
oh yeah, once you get the lightsaber, it's over.
Yeah.
I stopped using guns at a certain point. I was
Well,
sword
yeah. Why would you?
or the grenade launcher. Like that was it.
Sword or the rocket launcher is what I was
Yeah,
rocking
because
with mostly. And then sometimes you pick up like an assault shotgun. You're like, let's see what this does.
it's
Oh,
ass.
it's like the pistol more or less. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go back to the
I
lightsaber.
kept the pistol and the assault rifle, and by the end of the game, I was just not using them because the lightsaber would one or two hit kill like basically everybody, and the pistol sometimes would one hit people if they were like unarmored, but for the most part was taking like 3 or 4 shots, and I was like, this
Mhm.
is just worse. This is just
Yeah.
worse. I'm not gonna miss with the lightsaber. I'm gonna run up, I'm gonna hit this guy, and he's gonna die, and I'll be done.
You really need to like pull off headshots for the most part on
Yeah,
everything in my experience, and the lightsaber negates that. I think there was only one enemy other than like the big mechs. There was really only one enemy that the lightsaber, as we're just gonna keep calling it. I think it's what the dragon sword, something like that.
it's like Dragon's Tooth or something.
The
Yeah,
dragon's tooth, yeah, yeah. There's like only one enemy type that wouldn't one hit kill by the lightsaber, and it was like those weird stone dog things. They're like little monsters.
oh yeah, but you
That's
don't run into them very often.
no, it's like really towards the end. Everything else is just like slice, slice, done. Get out of here. Go away.
Yeah.
And then if you round the corner and you see N209 marching around, you
You switch
just
to the grenade launcher.
switch to the rocket launcher and
Yeah.
hit that thing.
I
Uh,
I will say early doors I was way more negative on this game. I think
yeah,
I think the first couple levels, especially before you start getting like your augs that make you a little bit more durable,
yeah.
the game is just not fun at all. And the writing can't save it at that point. But I think when you sort of bear with it and get to the point where like you are actually dealing with all the different mechanics that the game has in it, it becomes a
Mhm,
lot better. But I would
mhm.
not be surprised at all if I suspect that there's a high number of people that bounced off this game pretty early,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
at
It's
least before Hong Kong. Because personally, I was even enjoying the game by the time I got to Hong Kong, and I got stuck for like a couple hours trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do there.
oh man. And I don't know what I did wrong, but there was a certain like I got hit with a glitch where my like objectives list wasn't clearing everything.
Weird.
So like all the way through the end of the like from Hong Kong onwards, I had like in my objectives list like return the dragon's tooth, and I'm just like I did that.
That's
So
so
I don't,
weird.
and those are like one or two others that was like go talk to this person, and was like that was levels ago.
Yeah. Oh, we
So I
never.
don't.
I'm sorry. We never even finished. We got off track. We never even finished talking
Oh,
about the different ways to kill Anna Navarre.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got that subway. I don't remember exactly what point. It's like in the first half of the game, I think, or like maybe right around halfway. Well, I get right after you
It's
turn
when
code.
yeah, it's when you're supposed to be escaping with Paul, right?
Okay. Well, let's talk about that actually first. Paul did not survive my playthrough.
Oh,
Paul died.
how
Uh, Maybe user error on my part, but
did you kill him?
that no, no, no. The point where you find him in his apartment and he's like, "Oh, those damn dirty guys, they done shot me or whatever."
Hmm.
And you're like, "We got to get out of here." And he's like, "Go on without me." And I was like, "Well, no, I want to. I'll fight the guys. I want to try to get you out of here." And he's like, "No, go on without me." Like you keep talking to him, and he's like, "You get out of here." So I left.
Did you go out the window?
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
like he told me. The game told me to go,
yeah.
and the game kept telling me to go.
Oh,
And
you got to
you
tell the
know,
game no. Sometimes you got to stand up for what you believe in.
nope. So Paul's dead.
Yeah. Wait, so is that so? That's not where you even fought Anna Navarra? Because that's where, from to my understanding, that's where most people fight her. Is you stay in the room with Paul until the door gets knocked down, and then you and him fight all the guys that come in, and
Yeah.
you escape, and then he fucks off one
Well,
way, and you go to Battery Park, and Anna Navarra like
well,
attacks you.
so that's the fucked up part. Is I did stay there and like fight the first initial wave of guys that came in, and like we killed them, and then I I tried to talk to him, and he was like, "You got to go on without me," and I was like, "Well,
Yeah,
okay."
but if you
And so
like,
that's when
if you
when I gave
walk
up and
out
left.
the front door of his apartment, he'll come chasing after you.
No, he told me to go out the window, so I went out the window.
Damn, damn, shouldn't listen. I don't know why you started
Well,
listening now.
no, it's a good thing because at least we got different outcomes.
I guess that's true.
So
Yeah.
so then at that point, I'm trying. I think you take the subway. I specifically remembered stepping out of the subway and she was just there. You know, the one that goes to Hell's Kitchen, I believe.
Right. Yeah. 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 I think it's the only
And
the only subway you ever deal with in the game.
yeah, yeah, she's there, and she's like, you bitch," and then she just initiates combat.
Right.
And then I think I just like fell back, hid behind a pillar, and shot her in the head a couple times, and she fell over.
So you fought her in like an actual boss fight. See, I didn't.
She just showed up and was just running around, and you just shot her in the head.
A little bit. Yeah. So it's like one of the early missions, right?
Hmm.
You get onto that airplane and you're talking to that guy.
R-
His name's like
Right.
Lebedev or something. He's like a leader of the terrorist groups.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And you walk in, you're talking to him, and he's like telling you all these secrets, and she comes in, she's like, "You should kill him." And I'm like, "No, I want to keep talking to him." And then if you keep doing
Yeah.
that, she'll kill him. So I reloaded, and when she walked in, I was like, as a joke, shot her.
Yeah.
And then she died.
Oh.
And then,
Okay.
and then I got back and then finished that mission out. No one said shit till I got back to base. And then Alex, the like tech guy who talks to you through your head,
Mhm.
he was like, "Hey man, I'll cover this up for you, but you can't be doing shit like that."
Whoa. All right.
So she was just like kind of not in the game for me.
Okay.
She showed up
Okay.
early doors, was talking a lot of smack, and then I killed her because she was being a monster.
Yeah. No, that's
So
fair. So yeah, I similar trajectory where I kept talking to the guy and she killed him, and I just kind of accepted that for the story beat it was meant to be and moved on.
I wanted to see if I could like do something different,
Yeah.
or like if I was like asking the wrong questions or something, or like if I could talk to her first, but that didn't work out. Just had to kill her.
Yeah. Well, no.
So he's still
good idea.
alive in my game, I believe, because he gets away.
Oh,
I think
that's crazy.
Yeah. But then I still got blamed for his death for some reason. Like there's a bit where you go back and the news is like, "Oh, you go back to Hell's Kitchen like the third time." And there's like a newspaper or something that's like, JC Denton wanted for these 3 murders. And to be fair, I had killed 2 of them, but then Lebedev's name was there and I did not kill him.
Hey, come on.
I was wanted for killing Jojo, Anna Navarra, and Lebedev. And I was like, well, I only killed 2 of those guys. This is a stitch up. But yeah, I mean, so very different things there. And then I know you can also kill Gunther or whatever in a bunch of different ways. Because I didn't, but I know if you tell the doctor guy, Jaime, if you tell him to stay
Right.
with UNATCO, he'll show up in Paris and he'll give you Gunther's like kill code. So that he runs up and you just go like, I don't know what the code is, but you go like blue 42 and then his head explodes and he dies.
Right. I don't remember what I told Jaime to do. By the way, the doc's name is Jaime Reyes, so shout out Blue Beetle.
Shout out Blue Beetle. There's a lot of little things like that, actually. Did you find the note that's written by Harleen Quinzel?
No.
There's one where she's like talking. I think she's supposed to be a doctor. And she's saying a bunch of stuff, and then it signs off Harleen Quinzel, and her little signature line on the bottom says something like, "A frown is a smile upside down" or something. And I'm like, what the goddamn? There's a lot of movie references. I mean, Jock's there.
We got some fucking nerds writing this game. Yeah, the helicopter pilot named Jock, who, by the way, I'm going to break this news to you, also died for me.
No, how are you killing all my friends?
I think the answer to that is by negligence, not paying attention.
How did he die?
So there's that point where you're going, like, you're in the base, the secret base, the second base, the terrorist base.
What? Okay, hold on. Are you talking about when you're with Tracer Tong, or are you talking about when you're with Morgan Everett?
I think it was Morgan Everett's base.
Okay, so just like the mansion.
Yeah, I don't remember. You have to go to get on the helicopter in a like a helipad, and there's this mechanic that he's just like, you walk in the room and he's like, "I'm not doing anything suspicious, I swear."
Right.
And I was like, that's a suspicious thing to say.
That's the craziest thing you could possibly say.
He was like, well, what are you going to do about it? And I was like, well, short of just shooting you in the head, nothing. So I'll just leave, I guess.
Oh, see, I shot him in the head.
I guess.
And do you know why I shot him in the head? Because like
he was being suspicious.
Yes. And because like one mission earlier, when you go to talk to what's his dick, Stanton Dowd in his catacomb, and the gatekeeper lets you in, and he's good, like he says something like, "I don't have a fucking gatekeeper," and then you go back up, and that guy summoned a bunch of Majestic 12 guys, and I was like, "Nuh-uh, we're not doing this again."
Sure, I did shoot that guy in the head. Yeah, sure. But I guess it's another instance like the Paul dying, where I just kind of assume, like, this suspicious character, will deal with him eventually, where in fact the game wanted me to just deal with him now. Oops. So what happens is, and it pissed me off because it killed me as well.
No way.
Multiple times, is the last mission where you get to Area 51. Jock drops you off, and he's like, "All right, buddy, I'm gonna go see oh fuck, there's a bomb!" And the helicopter just explodes. And if you're too close to it, it kills you too.
That's really funny.
So, like, I realized, I was like, okay, well, clearly I fucked up somewhere here. And so all I could do was, as soon as he dropped me off, sprint away as fast as I could. Which, by the way, the second time it killed me, I sprinted what I thought was a safe enough distance, and it killed me anyway. So I had to run like all the way inside.
Yeah, that's another thing I will say is the like explosion radius on shit way too far a lot of the time. Like, is crazy.
You know what also killed me a silly amount of times? Elevators.
Oh.
Where like more than once, I think like 2, maybe 3 times, where you push a button to like call an elevator down. I guess I was standing just a hair too close.
Oh, you're not even talking about falling off an elevator.
No sirree. I'm talking about it like crunching down on my shoulder for 2 seconds, and JC just falls to the ground.
And he's just done. He's donezo. Mm-hmm. All that $14 billion of medical history or whatever, and he couldn't even take an elevator lowering slightly onto him.
Absolutely.
What a little son of a bitch.
When that happened to me in the missile silo near the end, And let me tell you, my last save point was outside the missile silo.
Oh my god. Was that the farthest you ever got knocked back?
I think so. Yeah.
At one point?
Normally once, because like you said, the game starts kind of kicking you in the dick. So
Oh
for the
yeah.
most part,
I was safe scumming.
I would save semi frequently, and then I guess I got a little too big for my britches there.
I was absolutely safe scumming. The most I ever got knocked back was there's that bit where you talk to what's her name? Nicole or Nicolette?
Right? Yeah,
Ducale or
Nicolette.
whatever
Yeah,
the fuck, and then she takes you to her mansion or whatever.
yeah.
I did that, and there weren't any enemies in the mansion, so I didn't save the whole mansion. And then you go out into like the garden in the back, and I immediately got killed by the first guy because I couldn't see him because I was wearing my fucking
Oh,
sunglasses at night, and it was too dark,
oh
damn
yes,
dark.
oh yes.
Uh, and when it reloaded, I was back in Paris.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, it was like all I had to do was talk to her and then take the elevator or take the helicopter, and then I was back at the mansion. The mansion's really fast once you know what to do. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, it was like maybe a 20-minute redo, maybe not even that much, but something like that. Didn't love
Uh,
it.
so there's that part where Gunther like arrests you, where he shows up with like 30,000 guys, and he's like, "Come quietly."
Oh,
You
is that
remember this?
no? Because that didn't happen for me. Because I didn't go out the window.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay, so that must be just a going out the window thing.
Well, it's
So
not.
you
If you go out the front
oh
door and are successful, then you also get arrested by Gunther. I got murdered and just woke up in
oh
prison.
okay, that's neat.
I
Yeah,
got I
so
got Paul out the front door, turned a corner, and got fucking shot. And I was like, well,
well, at least it shot you into progression. That's nice.
I guess so.
Well, let me tell you, um, you round a corner and Gunther's there, and he's like, "You're gonna come quietly, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." And you have an option to say, "I'd like to see you try, bitch." And then holy hellfire rains upon you,
Jesus,
and I was like, "This isn't the way. I'm just gonna surrender."
I'm gonna not do this. Yeah, I love how many different ways you can do everything in this game. I think that that's one of its
Yeah,
real selling points. But I do think that that also plays into the like I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm supposed to do because you're not really supposed
absolutely,
to do anything in particular. And so it is a very much a double-edged sword, and it's just going to be like, your own personal taste. For me
I
it was a
would
little bit of both. Some levels I loved it, other levels I was like, can you just fucking tell me where in Hong Kong I'm supposed to be?
100%. I would describe this game as overwhelming.
Oh yeah, big time.
um, it's good. It's fun. It's definitely a gem in its own right. But yeah, I was very much like, huh? What? Where? What do I? Huh? Okay, I'll go back here. And then just when you think you're in the swing of things, like, all right, I know where everything. Boom, Hong Kong. And I'm like, well, I don't where.
Yeah. There that for sure. And then also I feel like by the end I wasn't really following the story.
Well, it
There was
starts
some
to
stuff happening
throw.
at the end that I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know
It
why that man's
starts
in the
to
tube.
throw an awful lot at you. It's doing the thing where you immediately recognize, like, okay, it's setting up a choose your own ending bit, but like, first of all the endings are terrible, and I
Right.
don't mean that in like oh the ending of this game sucks. I mean like the world sucks. Like the
Yes.
world is
Yeah, yeah,
dour,
yeah.
and there's no good choice. There's no good ending. It all blows. So
I I think the one let's just talk about the endings. Which one did you
yeah.
pick?
So I'll tell you first which one I wanted to pick.
Mm.
I wanted to pick the one you picked. So I got to the point where we're learning all the endings, and I messaged a friend who has played and really loves this game.
Was it
I
Xander?
was like, yes, it was,
Yeah.
and I was like, which ending to do? And the little thinking emoji. And he was like, I'll tell you now. This one's the canon one, and I was like, okay. Well, then I messaged you, and I was like, which one are you doing? Because if you chose the canon one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this one. But if you didn't choose the canon one, then I'll do the canon one.
Yeah.
And you chose the one that I wanted to do, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll do the canon one then.
Yeah.
So the three options are.
I just sent you a picture of a person hitting the reset button.
Absolutely. So the three options are to align yourself with the Illuminati to like shadow control everything in the world.
And I
Which
do think that that's the one that they're like trying to tell you is the good one.
I guess so. And I was like, sounds kind of sus, bro.
Yeah.
And then the other option is to blow up the facility, which will like destroy the internet and all like communications throughout the world and basically set us to a new dark ages.
At one point, Tracer Tong, because it's his idea,
Yeah.
it literally says something like, "We'll live in tribes again."
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what?
And then the third one is because as you progress through the game, you learn that there's like these AI entities that are big used to try to control stuff, and one of the main bad guys is trying to like fuse his body with an AI to become pure light, he says, to control everything like that, whatever, yada yada. I don't know. This is where the point where it's just like
I don't know what's going on.
I'm just like, if you say so, brother. And then the AI message you, private message you on the DMs, and is like, hey, this guy sucks. I'd rather fuse with your brain and we can control the world.
Right.
And apparently that's the canon ending. Now
what?
I did look this up after being told this. And so I guess the way that the other games go about it is like the way that it's discussed is like all the things kind of happen to be true. The world does kind of go back into tribes. Allegedly, this is me saying this by just what I looked up. I have not played the other games, obviously.
Okay.
But like the world does kind of reset, and the guy does die, and the place does blow up. But also like JC does fuse with the AI.
Yeah.
I guess.
So
and
okay.
So
I just looked it up. Do you want me to read this thing?
Please do. Please explain it better than I just did.
So according to the Deus Ex Wiki, which is as credible as I think I'm going to find, it says, according to the events of Deus Ex Invisible War, which is, I mean, we'll get to that eventually. I think that game is like from 2003 or something. All three endings are at least partially canon. The official guide for Invisible War confirms that J.C. Denton performed the actions of all three endings. Quote, in the world of DXIW, Invisible War, 3 DX endgames happened. JC destroyed the telecommunications infrastructure, merged with Helios, and intended to coordinate with the Illuminati to rebuild society. However, the merger didn't go as planned, and JC Helios fell into a coma.
Oh, well, that's...
So it says... Nonetheless, JC's actions did not fully result in the intended consequences. Although JC did merge with the Helios AI, the merge was not fully successful as JC fell into a coma. Additionally, it is also stated in the guide that the Illuminati lost all means of controlling nations and people, and that JC and Paul Denton were powerless to protect governments from warlords and from the damage already done by the Majestic 12 shadow government. Indicating that the Illuminati were unable to consolidate power following the destruction of Area 51. JC and Helios later formed some company which would go on to oppose the Illuminati in later games.
Okay. All right. So that sounds kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time between, well, I guess not Invisible War because that's like 2003, but there's a huge gap between Invisible War and I think it's Mankind Divided, whatever the next one is. And so they probably just it's probably like a soft reboot at that point.
You know what else is anticlimactic? The fusing with the AI ending.
Really?
So, yeah, so you go through the facility as I'd imagine you did because you have to just go through
it's the same game until the last minute.
Yeah. And then you have to make your way to this one room where you flip 2 switches and hack a computer and you push a button and then the AI is like, good, now come back to me. It also gets like slightly orgasmic when you're powering the thing up. It's like, oh, good.
I don't
I'm
love
like,
that.
all right, dude, calm down.
Oh, wait, oh.
And all the while, the entire time I was going through this part of the game, the end game, the bad guy who like put himself in a whack ass crystal prison.
Yeah, Bob Page,
Uh,
the world's richest man.
Yeah, he's doing the Gruntilda Banjo Kazooie thing where every room you go in, he's like, "You'll never stop me, you dumbass." Wah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, just shut up, please. I gotta fight the gray aliens that you've let run around Area 51."
It's
And so
yeah. I think you're about to say what I'm about to say. So
you get to the room, you power it up. The AI is like, "Oh," it says, "Come back to me," and then you go all the way back to him, and the Bob Page is like, "Wait, all that shit I was saying before, I was just kidding. We could team up. Wait, please don't go. Hey, wait, please.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be my AI." And then you get to the AI thing where you talked to it before, where it summons you and won't let you progress until you talk to him. And he's like, "Cool, you did it." And the credits roll.
That's crazy. I thought you were gonna say, because you were talking about anticlimax, I thought you were gonna say it is a little anticlimactic that the final boss is just a naked guy in a tube.
I didn't even fight him.
No, you don't fight him. You never fight him.
I didn't even shoot him. Yeah.
But yeah, so I chose the reset one.
It's what I wanted to do.
Because because I'm playing this in 2025 for anyone listening to this in later years.
I think we can all agree that the internet was a mistake. Let's turn it off.
Well, because I kind of viewed it as like, okay, so I can either side with AI billionaires or I can say, fuck it, we ball. And I was like, let's go. Let's do it. And so, yeah, I hit that big reset button. And was it the right choice? Probably not. Like, I do think that the siding with the Illuminati one is supposed to be the good one, because in that ending, everyone gets the vaccine for the Great Death or whatever, which we haven't even mentioned. There's a artificially created plague killing everyone who's poor in this world.
That's true.
Everyone gets the vaccine and it works out, and then JC becomes one of the Illuminati, so you know that like he's going to be at least guiding them in a sort of positive way, because the only ones who are still alive at that point, I think, are you and Everett. So like whoever else ends up becoming part of the Illuminati, like presumably JC would have some idea or like choice about who those people were, so like membership would maybe be better people. I don't know, man, because every other member of the Illuminati is dead, right? Bob Page is dead. What's her name? DeKale got shot like before the game even started. Like everyone's gone. I guess Stanton's still around. He's just broke. But so I do think that the game wants you to think that's the good answer. Yeah. But it just feels evil in 2025 to be like, I'm gonna join the billionaires.
It's all wrong. It's all bad. I mean, yeah, the least bad one is to hit the let's explode it and start over button. Yeah. But that one is like kowtowing to fear of confronting everything, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. So you get a cool quote depending on what ending you chose. So yours, you got, if there were Voltaire. No God, it would be necessary to invent him, by Voltaire. I got, yesterday we obeyed kings and bent our necks before emperors, but today we kneel only to truth. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
That's cool.
If you pick the Illuminati one, it's the better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, Paradise Lost. John
yeah, gotcha.
Like one of the most famous quotes of all time. Which is another reason why I think that might be the one. Because you didn't tell me what the canon one was. I assumed it was that one.
Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are.
So that is a little crazy. So this is a world where all conspiracies are true, yes?
I guess
that's
so.
Sort of what we're doing here. Do we think Earth is flat in Deus Ex?
Earth is definitely flat in Deus Ex. This is a flat Earth for sure.
This is a flat Earth ass game.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you have anything else that you want to throw in here, or are you ready for some trivia?
I guess I will say a place that this game really shines is the global traversal, like almost James Bond espionage way that it feels like mentioned. You do go to Hong Kong, you do go to Paris, you do like
go to New York a bunch, but yeah,
you go to New York. At one point, you take a little submarine to go into a little underwater base. It has that like like cyberpunk dystopian vibe to it, but it also does feel like a like secret. It really feels secret agent.
Yes.
More, I would say it's secret agent first, and then cyberpunk second. So it gives it a really unique identity that I think is the reason it shines so much. Because as mentioned, we kind of glossed over it because the game is likable. But yeah, I also didn't like have the most fun playing it.
No, yeah. The mechanics of like moving and shooting and like those simple things,
Yeah,
those are the worst part of the game. When you're just talking to people or you're reading a data log, that's the good part. That's the good shit. That's what I came here for, baby.
sure.
But
Yeah.
when you start the game out and it's like, why is the reload button semicolon? Why do I have to
Oh,
reset that myself? Why is
I
it the
went in.
bracket button to scope in my
No,
gun? What are
exactly.
we doing?
I went in and changed all of that shit.
Oh, instantly.
Changed it all.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
going through the tutorial and they were like, left bracket to scope your gun. I said, hell no. No, it's
I was
not.
like, no, no, siree.
Absolutely no, it's not. But
Uh,
like, who made that choice? Warren Spector? What the hell?
uh,
Insane.
Another thing is I think it doesn't. I don't want to say that the game doesn't do a good job of telegraphing certain things because I obviously intentional or not made it very clear that my playthrough I was just a dumbass and I was just like, well, I guess that guy's not suspicious because he said he's not suspicious, and I walk and then he was Jock. But like there's a certain point where I'm going to use the lady in Hong Kong as an example where
Oh,
like everyone says like she's evil, watch out for her, and like right before you go into her building this random guy in the street stops you, is like, are you going to talk to her? She's evil, watch out for her.
right.
And I'm like, okay. And then you talk to her and it's just like almost like it's like a can we trust you, can we not trust you, like what's is the twist that you're not evil, but no, she's just evil, watch out for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, well, shit, the one time that I was like,
Oh, there's more here. There wasn't.
maybe, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That I can see why that would be really disappointing.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That one did kind of annoy me too because I mean, I assumed that she was going to be evil, but I also assume I walked in there and they're like, "Hey, there's a civil war between the what the fuck is it? The luminous path and the red arrows or something."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, so I'm going to have to pick a side." And I do think it's cool that you don't, like you unify those two and you just like
Hmm.
take out the person who's manipulating them because that is I
Hmm.
think, thematic to the game. But
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. I don't think they handle it right. I don't think they handle it well for every single person in that entire city to be like,
Well,
"That bitch sucks, dude."
yeah. So the reason that that I found out she was like evil confirmed
Mhm.
was she tells you to go to the police station and find some shit. And then I
Right.
went to the police station and I didn't find shit. Like I couldn't
Well,
find what I was
no.
sent there for. And I was like, what the hell is it? Where am I supposed to find this thing? And like you would think at the very least you find a file that like points you in the direction of another thing that like that you find something
Yeah.
else that confirms that she's been manipulating you.
You would
But I
suspect.
was like, there's nothing here. What am I supposed to be looking for? So I Googled it and Reddit was like, oh, there's nothing. She was manipulating you. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Well, but so there is a note there that's like it's a police report from from the police that's like, yeah, this lady did it and she has the sword at her house. And like that, but why would she send you there to find that?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense. Because I expected her to be evil. So I was walking in, I was like, it's either gonna be a trap or it's gonna be like some planted evidence, and it was neither of those. And I was like, why would she send me to find evidence that says that she sucks? And then you walk back into her house, and she hasn't like even set a trap for you there. It's just her housekeeper's like, you can't come in here.
Right. And then
Wait.
you find her in a big underground facility or something. I will say it's entirely possible that I found that note and just wasn't paying attention.
There's a lot of
That
notes.
that's on me.
Well, it wouldn't matter at that point. You already knew she sucked.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, hit me with that trivia.
So I've got some interesting trivia. So this game does a lot to predict the future.
Oh.
It predicted a plague. It predicted consolidation of power for billionaires, and it predicted like an extremely widening wage gap. Like when you listen to that leader at Liberty Tower,
Yeah.
Liberty Island, whatever, and
Yeah.
he's like,
Level 1.
"Isn't it crazy that the companies pay 2% taxes and the people working in them pay 40?" I was like, "Bitch, yeah, it is crazy, isn't it?"
It is crazy, dude.
It's like that's crazy how you wrote that when that wasn't true, but now it's true. But without a doubt, the craziest thing that they predicted was in fact the 2001 9/11 terror attacks.
When did they say that?
So there was when you are in New York, the towers
Yeah.
are missing from the skyline. Now,
I didn't even pay attention to that. Okay, yeah.
the actual reason that they're missing from the skyline is because there was a memory limitation in the engine that they were using because it was a piece of shit. It was the same one they were using for Daikatana, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah.
So they just didn't render. They were there, but they just didn't show up. And
Oh,
so
God.
instead of fixing it, they added a note that said that the towers got taken out in a terror attack.
Oh, my God.
So, and this came out a full year before 9/11. Obviously, it came out in June of 2000.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, whoa.
It's just, the world's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, because the whole game was already about, terror organizations and shadow governments and shit like that. So they were
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, our story already involves people blowing up the Statue of Liberty's head, like the apes from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
Sure, they
yeah,
also
yeah.
got the towers. And then it actually happened.
What do you think their reaction to that was?
I
Like,
don't know, but it could not have been great.
just quietly, just don't say anything. Just
Yeah.
like, eh.
Okay, I have two not as fun ones. Number one
Ooh.
is
Not as fun as 9/11?
not as fun as 9/11. Did you know this is also Elon Musk's favorite video game?
100%. Did I know that? No. Do I believe it
Yeah.
more than anything
He
you could have said? He 100%. Which ending do you think he fucking picked?
100% was the merge of the AI one. Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
No doubt.
my God.
Yeah. He said as much, actually. I think he says that that's like the good one. And he's like, that's what we should be trying to do in the real world. Like he has said that in interviews. He also like quotes it constantly. Like he very openly, this is his favorite thing. And I don't think he understood what it was about.
No, he doesn't understand anything.
He's an absolute dumbass. And then this one, I don't know if he meant it as a joke, but Warren Spector at GDC a couple years after the game came out did actually confirm that JC Denton's initials do stand for Jesus Christ.
That can't be. Well, I mean, I guess
He
was
did
made in
say
the
it.
lab more or less. So
He did say it. It could have been a joke, but as far as anybody online is concerned, that shit's canon.
I'm gonna message mutual friends right now. I'm gonna say, what does JC stand for?
But here's the most fun one. So this game was originally going to be a lot bigger, and actually, ironically, Warren Spector, by the time it came out, wanted it to be smaller but more deep. Like he wanted to cut a bunch of the end of the levels, and just make it so that there was like a bunch more things you could do. But there still were a bunch of missions that ended up getting cut, including one that involved a war between Texas and Mexico.
All right.
One that involved detainees from that war being locked up in concentration camps.
Oh.
One that would have seen you infiltrating the White House.
Okay.
And one where you would have gone to space to confront, I assume, Icarus. But it just said an AI.
Okay.
So
I mean,
there was some there was crazy shit in the game, but there was going to be some even crazier shit.
and stuff that also echoes real life things that have happened for the most part. We
Yeah.
haven't gone to space to fight an AI yet, but
Any day now. Literally any
Yeah.
day now.
yeah.
So, Skylar, here we are, here at the end of Deus Ex. How would you rate on our scale Jesus Christ Denton's first appearance in Deus Ex?
Gonna come away with a positive review. Oh, wait, hang on. Friend's getting back to me. I said, what does JC stand for? And then sent a little picture of JC Denton. He's typing. He said Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Okay, yeah. It's canon.
It's canon. It's
Um,
Jesus Christ Denton.
All right. What do I think of Jesus Christ Denton's A big day off, big day on. Really, he was busy.
He was a busy man. He was booked and booked and busy, baby.
So I think what I immediately compare this to, other than Daikatana, which this is definitely better than Daikatana,
Absolutely.
the game that I come closest to comparing this to is Perfect Dark.
I think that's fair. Yeah, they're both like espionage games.
And I have to ask myself which one I had more fun playing and which one I think is a better game overall. And I'm leaning to say Perfect Dark, I think. What would you say to that?
I don't want to sway you too much,
Right.
but I would also agree. I think Perfect Dark is the more fun game. I think this one is more impressive in terms of its writing and
Yeah.
stuff, but it Perfect
So
Dark's just a more fun game.
really, it doesn't sway me because I think I know what number I'm giving this. But for context, out of our ranking system, I did give Perfect Dark a 7 out of 10,
Okay.
which is good. You gave it an 8 out of 10. It averaged to a 7.5. I think my score for Perfect Dark, which there's no changing it now, it's in there.
Right.
I think it suffered from being one of the earlier games we rated.
Oh, so you think you would have
Uh,
rated it higher in
I
hindsight?
I think I would now, if we had played Perfect Dark right now, I would have given that a 7.5,
Okay.
which means I would think this I would probably say 7 because it's a good game, but like I said, a lot of it's not my cup of tea, like
Hmm.
the stealth aspects of it. I think the world is really good. I think the gameplay is a little janky, but that's just because it's old. Um, I think the music's great. I think I would sit this at a 7 below Perfect Dark.
Right. And I agree with that. I think for me, for basically all the same reasons, I would give this a 7.5
Okay.
because I mean, exactly the same. As I'm like, I think that this is a little bit worse than Perfect Dark in terms of just the playability. The writing is definitely better, but it's just less fun and less like I don't know. There's less things to it that I think back on like positively in
Hmm.
terms of like actual enjoyment and more things that I look back and I'm like, that's really interesting. Like, I'm glad that they did that. That's a cool that's a cool idea. But then I remember every time I had to pull a trigger in that game, I'm like, eh. So, yeah, I'm sitting at a 7.5, right between 7 good and 8 great. I think it's right there.
All right. This means that we have some deliberation
Oh,
to land this in an official ranking spot on our list because we have two other 7.25s on our list.
oh,
Those being Resident Evil Code Veronica
oh.
and Mario Party 2.
Okay, we're going to disagree on this because I would go top to bottom Code Veronica Deus Ex Mario Party.
I don't think we are going to disagree.
Oh my god.
I think because I mean I liked Mario Party 2, but this it has so much more going on. First of
For
all,
sure. Yeah.
but also like I thought, I mean, maybe we're gonna get some people side eyeing us because we're I'm a big Resident Evil boy and we had so much fun with Code Veronica, even though it was probably the most flawed Resident Evil we've played up to this point.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know, maybe
Maybe
I don't
not
know.
flawed, but it definitely had some weirdness to it. But I think
Yeah,
a lot of that weirdness came off more as charm than issue.
but the point is, I think I feel very comfortable unanimously sitting Deus Ex right under Code Veronica and above Mario Party 2.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Which as of right now puts it in our top 5 of the year. It puts it at number 5.
Right where it should be. I'm
Yeah,
thrilled with that.
overall good game. Glad I played it.
For sure. It's like one of
Um
those like it's one of those ones where when you talk about it, if you haven't played it, there's always going to be somebody who's like, "Oh, you haven't played that?" Like it's one of those
yeah.
ones. So I'm
I
glad we
I
finally
do
got it because I hadn't played it before ever.
I
So
I do think that the people who actually know and like this game like it a lot, and
yeah,
are might look at like surface value us giving it a 7.25 and saying what the fuck is wrong with you.
hey, and that's fair. Start your own podcast
But
though.
yeah, yes, first of all, this is my show, you fuckhead. But second of all, um like tens are hard to get. Like we haven't given
Yeah.
any 10 yet. Our highest score is 8.25.
Yeah. We're trying to make more of a concerted effort to like use the entire scale.
Yeah.
Than
But this
you'll
is
see
this
from
is
like
like
an IGN or something where everything is a 7.
it's 7 is good, 8 is great. This is somewhere in between.
I think
I
that's
think, and
yeah,
yeah, that's how we feel about it. So
that's how it is.
I would give it a recommendation for sure for people
100%.
who feel they have the temperament for this kind of game.
Yeah. Yeah. The kind of person who enjoys an immersive sim like this is, I think, a very specific personality type, and not a negative way at all. Not to be rude about it.
Well, maybe negative if it's Elon Musk.
If it's Elon Musk, yeah, that's bad. But the it is that like I want to play this same mission over and over and over again and just see how many different ways I can do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the way that you enjoy your time, that's really cool. But it's not for me. For me, I want to just do it.
Yeah.
So games like, the other ones in the genre are like Hitman and Dishonored. I also like those games, but I wouldn't say they're like amazing or revolutionary or anything. So I think for me, this makes the most sense for how I'm feeling.
I agree.
Hell yeah. Well, if you want to tell us how much you actually love Deus Ex and how stupid we are, you can leave a comment on Spotify or YouTube. Those are the two places that you can find our show. If you're listening to us on one of those things, go to the other one and follow us there. You can follow the show on Twitter at @RSR_POD. You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Daniel J. McG.
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Skyler8bit.
And until next time, everybody, play more games.
Play more games.
The game's just starting, the world's so bright. Jump right in, everything feels